So we back with another video. Season 4 came out today. Today we're gonna be doing the best animations for season 4. We're gonna be talking about everything you need and more when it comes to animations, 2K, all in one video. Y'all do want more, y'all know how these go. We're gonna talk about the season, we're gonna be talking about the new animations, we're gonna be talking about all different type of stuff. Y'all do want more though. Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. No more talking. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm just getting on the game for the new season. Let's go ahead and look at it. What's all in it? Okay. Don't really care about my team stuff. Yeah, just give me base pass for now. Alright, so looking at it. What's all the new stuff that we got? We got a t-shirt, double XP, Hearts ball trail, I guess for Valentine's Day. I guess it's gonna be like the All-Star Weekend one actually. I didn't even think about that one. Is it? No, I think the next one. I think I seen at the next one. Yeah, that glowing fierce lion mask kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Paulo Banchero My Court mural. Thought that was a banner at first. Oh, you get a whole magic My Court floor. Okay, that's okay. Jonathan Kaminga banner. Okay. Okay, you get the 8x8 off-road vehicle. You get the Bucks mascot, Chris Paul Spurs banner, I guess. I guess. You get a new little hairstyle. Shout out to people that be asking for hairstyles still in 2K every year. You get a Tyrese Halliburton big head mask. So shout out to the people that want that. Diamond eyes. Okay. Victor Wembanyama jersey tee. Oh. I forgot about the little short sleeve jersey. And I forgot about that. Okay, and then you get the, what else would you get at the last one? The cat breaker. So that's pretty much the season. The season don't look too special. But let's get into these animations. Alright, now let's get into the animations and what is new coming into the season. Now, jump shots. Let's see what we got. Let's show all. Let's get to scrolling. Let's see what they got. Because they've been doing it a little different this year where it's like random. So, I don't even remember who even on the cover. Alright, so Wendell Carter Jr., new jump shot. This is mainly for bigs. Did they give you or give us any new ones? I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be any more, but we're gonna keep. Okay, it's another one. Okay, hold on. Oscar Oh, y'all know what this means, right? Oscar Robinson releases. Back in the game. Okay, so if you a guard, you a swing. There you go. Oscar Robinson release. Back in 2K. Okay. Okay, now go-to shot. Let's see what they got here. Okay, Desmond Bain go-to shot. Okay, let me keep it being. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think people using that, but let's keep moving. Layup styles. Okay, so they got multiple. D-Book layup is not in the game. Okay, what else? Jaden Ivey. Oh, this actually look good. Nah, this actually look real good. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, well, I already ranked the layups, so I'm not really doing that. I can't even lie to you. Reverse layups, they got D-Book. This look like a small guard. Okay, so they got reverse D-Book, floater. They got a new floater, a D-Book floater. D-Book. Been known for their floater for a little. Oh, Kobe White. Wait, I didn't even see Kobe White on the first one. Let me see Kobe White. It was more. Oh, Kobe White got a layup package. The D-Book one actually seemed like the worst of the three. So you get D-Book, Kobe White, and you get Jaden Ivey. Okay, quick scoop, Jaden Ivey, and Kobe White. Euro step, you get Jaden Ivey and Kobe White. Okay. I think, oh, no. New motion styles. I guess we'll look at it. Who got a new motion style? Is it Quentin Grimes? I'm not finna look at it right now. Who else? And that's it. Okay. Playmaking moves. Pass. Oh, new pass style. Ben Simmons got a new pass style. Interesting. Okay, there's actually more. Behind the back. Who else? Who got a new behind the back? Who could this even? Kawhi Leonard behind the back. Oh, no. This is actually probably good. Okay. Oh, you can use this if you're a guard now. I don't think you could use Kawhi behind the back last year if you was in a swing. I don't remember, actually. Could you use Kawhi Leonard behind the back if you were in the swing? I don't even remember. Keep it. I'm going to keep it being. I don't. Jimmy Butler spin. Okay. And that's it. And that's just extra. Okay. So, yeah, that's all the new animations. We got a couple. I think it was really 2 jump shots, some layups, go-tos, playmaking animation. But for the most part, that's the new animations. Let's now get into the best animations in 2K26 for seasons 4. Alright, so when it comes to the best jump shots in the game for guards. Now, if you haven't already, go watch my video where I dropped a video going over every single jump shot and I tested them and I gave y'all the best guards, the best bigs, the best swings. Now, let's get into it. So we're just going to start it out with the Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic. Now, the releases, you can fluctuate up and down, but the main bases, I would say, in terms of guards, Stephen Curry, Cole Anthony, Trey Burke, Allen Iverson, Cam Thomas. Those are the main ones. Now, it's a lot of other ones, like I said, that I went over when I did the little testing jump shot video where we had the high, we had the medium, we had the low. So if you do want to see a more detailed video for that, go watch that. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to releases, some other releases you could throw in and mix and match. You can go with the Kyrie, you can go with the John Wall, you can go with the Quentin Grimes, but the main 2 I do go with on my guards is Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic. Now, when it comes to the visual cue on no money spin, I actually use set point. So, just to change it up, on this build, or on my main account, I really just use push. So that's what it is, max speed, animation blending, 60-40. Simple as that. That's the best guard jump shots in the game. Alright, now when it comes to the best jump shots for swings, similar as what I said for the guards. If you haven't seen the testing every single base in the game video, go watch that. I went over guards, I went over swings, I went over bigs. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the best guards, or not guards, swing jump shots, we got Scottie Pippen, Kyle Korver, Jalen Bridges. Now, when it comes to the other bases you can use, you got the Bismack, you got the Drew Eubanks. Those are kind of more so starved for like the bigs. So even if you do have like a back end that's in this threshold, you can use it. But mainly it's going to be Scottie Pippen, Matt Ryan, J.R. Smith, Jalen Tyson, and MPJ for me. Now, you also could use these on it if you have a little bit lower, but there you go. Now, when it comes to the releases, a lot of actual releases that you can use. You got stuff like Sam Hauser, you still got Luka Doncic that you can use from guards, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. But the ones I do go with right now is Kyle Korver, Jalen Bridges. Now, when it comes to the build, or not the build, I guess the blend, you got the visual cue. Now, it really does depend on what you're using. On the no money spent, I use set point. On this account, I use push. So that's what I got it more so built around. And we have release speed max, animation blending 60-40, more so to the upper release 1. That's going to be the best jump shots in the game for swings. Alright, next is the best big man jump shot. Same thing as I said for the swing, same thing as I said for the guards. Y'all do want to know more detail about jump shots. Made a whole video about testing every single base in the game where I ranked or gave y'all some of the most underrated, where you got a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of mids. But when it comes to the best bases in the game, Jonathan Isaac, most popular for a reason, Bismack Biyombo, Drew Eubanks, and then you still got Michael Porter Jr. Those are the best bases. When it comes to releases, not really as much as you would talk about when it comes to swings or the guards, but you still got pretty good ones in terms of PJ Tucker and Mike Muscala. You can't really go wrong with it. I use PJ Tucker as my upper release 1, Mike Muscala as my upper release 2. Then when it comes to the blending and release, you got pretty much. Now, on a no money spent, I use set point, but on my main, I go push. So it really does depend on how you want to do it, but I usually always do go a notch above just to make sure that it does do it the way I want it to be. And then I have max release speed and then 60-40, always blended towards the upper release 1. Now, sometimes I do 65-35, sometimes I do 75-25. It really does depend on how I'm feeling, but I've been using this 60-40 for a while and it's been working for me. But yeah, that's going to be the best big man jump shots in NBA 2K26. Alright, next is the best guard shot creator animations. It's not really complicated at all. You got the Jamal Murray, the Jalen Suggs, the Ja, the Malik Monk, the Donovan Mitchell, the Darius Garland. Those are the best ones in the game. If you really want to shoot off of it, I would say Darius Garland, you know what I'm saying? The Malik Monks, the Jamal Murrays, the Jalen Suggs, Those are the best ones I would say. I really personally rather the Darius Garland. If you really want to combo with it and stuff like that, you got the Ja Morant and stuff like that personally. Next is the dribble pull-ups. It's not really too complicated here. Gary Harris is an underrated one, but if really you just gonna probably just put on Pro 2. D-Book, Cam Thomas, Chris Paul, all pretty solid ones, but I would just throw on Pro 2 and just set it, forget it, keep it moving. Next is the spin jumpers. Now spin jumpers, I don't know why I don't got it starred. Kyrie is definitely worthy of a star. It's either Kyrie or Pro. They nerfed the mess out of normal this year. Kyrie is really the normal of what it's been in the past, but if not even more improved. It's kind of a mesh of some other good ones of previous years and normal, but it's the closest to what normal was in previous years. You got Pro, Kyrie. Those are the best spin jumpers in the game for swings. Not swings, guards. Pro is more so if you're not really doing spin jumpers like that, but you want to just throw your defender off because they just not going to really expect it. Pro is really good for stuff like that, personally. Next is the hop jumpers. It's a lot of good hop jumpers. Trae Young is versatile. Cam Thomas is solid. Terry Rozier is solid. Jordan Poole has a lot of versatility in it, but it can be slow. Malik Monk, very versatile, very solid. Tyrese Maxey is very fast. I would really more so use this to, like, you can use this to shoot off of, but you can use this to really keep, like, you can do it and keep dribbling with it. Like, really good to speed boost in and out of, dribble with, combo, all that type of stuff. Allen Iverson, really, really just a cool one. Not really nothing else. You can see it, really just a cool one. Drew Holiday creates a lot of space really fast, more of a swing one. Tyler Hero creates space, can shoot off of it really well, really more of a swing one. James Harden, really, 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 really underrated, versatile, very good. De'Aaron Fox, similar to what I said with Tyrese Maxey, same thing, but this one is damn near better. Stephen Curry, one of the most versatile, best ones to shoot off of, really good to combo with, all that. And then you got the most overpowered one, the most broken one, the most glitchy one. You're only gonna get this if you really paid attention to the video. Zach LaVine, very crazy, but a lot of people know about Zach LaVine at this point. What are we doing? Next is going to be the best shot animations for swings. Let's get straight to it. Let's not even waste too much time. DeLon Wright, Klay Thompson, Jalen Suggs, Pascal Siakam more so for bigs, KD more so for bigs, but Svi, McCallum, and Devin Booker. Svi is my favorite one. If you want an alternative to Ja Morant, but for swings, DeLon Wright, there you go. But the other ones that I said from the Jalen Suggs is really good. Klay Thompson is really good. D-Book is okay. You know what I'm saying? I would just throw Svi or DeLon Wright, personally. Next is the dribble pull-up. Now, when it comes to dribble pull-ups, you actually got a pretty good variety, but there's a real main too. Me personally, I be using MPJ, but you can't go Pro 2. You can go Kobe, depending on what rep you are. You got the Jordan. It's a lot of different fades you can use. But yeah, those are the best ones in the entire game, in my personal opinion. I was chatting with the rep part, but yeah, you know what I mean. Next is the best spin jumpers. You don't get Kyrie from the guards, but you can use Pro. Pro is the by far best one. There are some solid ones, but for the most part, just throw on Pro and you're chilling. Next is the hop jumpers. When it comes to the best hop jumpers in the game for swings, I don't think it's really close. You got Kevin Huerter. That's arguably the best one in the game. LaVine is really, really OD. Really, really glitchy. So you could throw that in the mix. But Drew Holiday, Tyler Hero, James Harden, all of these are very, very good hop jumpers. Best big man shot creator animations. Let's get into it. The best go-to shot, you got Pascal Siakam or KD. Simple as that. When it comes to the best dribble pull-ups, you got a little bit more of a plethora to use. You got normal 2, John Collins, Taylor Hendricks, Chet Holmgren. But the main 2 I would use is MPJ or normal 2. Next is the spin jumper. When it comes to bigs compared to guards and swings, you really don't got nothing to really talk about, honestly. You could really just skip this, but I guess Dirk. Next is the hop jumpers. When it comes to bigs, it's not much to talk about. I would say you're going to use Jokic, Dirk. You can use normal 2. You can, I guess, use Siakam. Yeah, just do it on normal 2, not KD, Jokic or Dirk. Simple as that. Alright, best dribble animations for guards. Let's get into it. Best dribble style in the game, in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest, for guards, it kind of does get a little complicated. You got the Darius Garland, you got the De'Aaron Fox. Those are very good, but a lot of people don't really have that high speed of ball in this game. A lot of people only go 86. So then you also got a lot of people that can't get to Kyrie, but that's not that crazy this year. I'm not even gonna lie. Damian Lillard is also really good. Trae Young is also really good. But all those, again, you have to have 86 plus speed of ball. So it's just those are gonna be underrated because a lot of people don't even use it. Stephen Curry as well. But for the people that only at 86 and below, you got the Shea, you got the LaVine, you got the Ja Morant. Now, there's also some other ones that you can use. I would say more usable on swings, depending on if you get a certain threshold. Like if you don't get the 86, maybe you like taller, you only get 80 and below. Maybe you taller than that, you only get 75 and below. But For guards, you don't have that to really worry about. You really only need that top 3. So if you got like that 91 where you can also get the Hall of Fame, you got the Currys, you got the De'Aaron Fox, the Darius Garlands really mainly. I think that the Dame and the Trays are really underrated, but for the most part, those are the ones I would say. But the main 3 that you need to worry about, if you don't get that threshold, you really 86 and below, you kind of only really need to be worried about the Shays, the Levines, the Ja Morants. It's that simple. All right, best guard 6 size ups. It's not really a complicated thing. You're either gonna be putting on Steve Francis or Trae Young. Steve Francis, not as good as it's been in the past couple years, so I think you're just putting on Trae Young. Personally, for me, especially with how expensive Steve Francis is. Personally, just put on Trae Young and you chilling. In my honest opinion, you could think about some of the ones I say for the swings, but the whole point of making these guards is so that you can get these dribble moves that you just can't get for swings. It's just not worth it in my opinion this year for some of them. So, Trae Young. Next is the breakdown combos for guard. You got the Trae Young, the Jordan Poole, the Rafer Alston, the Pro. I ain't gonna lie. Usually, I would always just use Rafer Alston, but this year I've been using a lot of Jordan Poole across my builds. So you really can't go wrong with either one of these two. But for familiarity, I would say Jordan Poole. But the best one, the most fun one, the coolest one in my opinion is Rafer Alston. Next is the escape moves. This is where it does get interesting because Jimmy Butler is very good. You could also put this in these combos, but the top 3 in my opinion, rightfully so, Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Kemba, and it's literally all preference. You just got to really find the one that works for you. Maybe you like Kemba Walker because you don't have to have that 92 that you need for the other 2. But for the most part, those are the 3 best ones by far in the game. I don't even think it's really a conversation now. You also got some other ones that's underrated, like the Dames, the Kyries. There's some other solid ones. Won't get me wrong, but those are the 3 best ones in the game, in my opinion, by far. Next is the combo moves. You got the Tatum, you got the LaMelo, you got the Dame, you got the Jordan Poole, you got the Levine, you got the Kyrie, and you got the Pro. Pro, honestly, is my favorite one. I don't even know why. Maybe it's just a familiarity thing, kind of like the Jordan Poole with breakdown combos, but Pro is really good. Dame, in terms of, if we just talking about strictly guard related ones, Dame and Kyrie are very, very good. They're on here for a reason. Dame is actually really, really good for doing crossovers and double crossovers coming up the court. I like using it when going up the court, so it's really up to you what to do. It is a preference at the end of the day, but there are some that are worse for certain situations, so I guess you got to try it out for yourself. Next is the crossover for guards. When it comes to the small guards, best crossover for guards, you got the LaMelos. If you high enough rep, you can put on the De'Aaron Foxes. It's kind of that simple, but it is depending on how high a rating you got. But yeah, that's the best crossovers in the game for guards. Next is behind the back. When it comes to the behind the backs, it's really not complicated. Trae Young is cool. It's just not for me, but I put it on here because it is popular for a reason. And Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the other one I would really mainly mention. Now, if you don't really get that, just put on DeMar DeRozan. You don't even need to really worry about Jordan Poole. It's really more so star for swings, so don't worry about that. It's really Steph Curry, Trae Young, or DeMar DeRozan. Me personally, I like DeMar DeRozan the most. Personally, I guess that kind of could be a familiarity thing because I can use it on swings. I can't use the Curry slide. I can't use the Trae on swings. But yeah, those are the 3 ones in my opinion for me. Kobe White is also not a bad one either. Can't lie. But yeah, those are the ones for me. Next is the spins. When it comes to the spins, I'm not really a spin person. Spin backs kind of got nerfed a couple years ago, so it's not really for me. But I'll say Kobe White, Steve Nash, Ja, Penny, Darius Garland, DeMar DeRozan. If I had to say the best one to me, it would be Ja Morant by far. Right after that, Darius Garland. But for the most part, it's not much to talk about for me with spins. Hezzies, I'm going to say this again when it comes to the swings, but you really got the options like this. Now, because of the fact you don't have the KD, it does get a little different. If you really want that ability to really shoot, you want to combo it with, like, maybe you want to combo it with your escape, maybe you want to combo it with your size up, really stand still hezzies and stuff like that, Kobe White is the best one. If you want to shoot threes off of it and stuff like that, Kobe White. But if you want to be like moving with it, 3-hunt with it, you got the Ja, you got the Pro. Those are the best ones. Jalen Brunson also has a really solid one as well, but I would really say Ja, Pro, rim run, 3-hunt with it. Those are really like the moving ones. You don't really want to do it as much standing still. Now, there's some people that actually like using the Ja to like create space quick and just shoot off of it, fade. But me personally, I like the Kobe White more so for that because I can get a standstill clean and I can cancel it and shoot clean straight into it. That's me personally. So Hezzies, it is really a preference. At the end of the day, all of this is preference, I ain't gonna lie, but there's some things that are more preference than others. Next is the step backs. In my opinion, it really is coming down to the D-Book and Vince. There's some other solid ones. I'm gonna be honest, step backs got some of the more underrated animations in the entire game, but those are the two best ones in my opinion. Set it, forget it. Simple as that. All right, best dribble animation for swings. Let's get into it. The best dribble style for swings. You actually got a pretty good plethora of animations you can choose from. Shea, Levine, Kobe White, DeJounte Murray, Chris Paul, even James Harden, and Jalen Green. Personally, right now, I like Shea. A lot of people have been liking Levine since the beginning of the year. Chris Paul has his uses, especially for 300. Well, actually, I would say Jalen Green is more so 300. Chris Paul is more so for rim running. But another very good alternative to Shea is definitely Kobe White. DeJounte Murray is a personal favorite, but people be complaining about it with the rim run. I'm not finna do it with y'all. That's arguably one of the fastest ones in the game, but I'm not doing it with y'all. But those are the dribble styles. I may actually be ranking these, by the way, soon, so we'll see. Next is the signature size up. When it comes to the best signature sizes in the game, you got Kobe White, Ben Simmons, Jordan Poole, Tracy. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, the best two I would say is Mike Conley and Tracy McGrady. Anything outside of that, you kind of chilling. You could argue Jordan Poole, you could argue Kobe White, but those are the two ones I would personally recommend the most. Best breakdown combos for swings. It's not really a complicated thing here. You either got Kobe, Jordan Poole, the Pro and the KD, more so for the bigs. So I would just be going with JP personally, but you could also go with Kobe. All right, next is the escape moves. The best escape moves in the game when it comes to swings, you got the KD, you got the Jimmy. You really can't go with really either or, in my opinion, for swings. Both are really, really good. I probably would say Jimmy, to be honest, of the two. Next is the combo moves. You got the Levine, the Tatum, the Poole, the KD, the LaMelo, the Pro. You really can't go wrong with any of them. I personally would say the Pro for me, but all are really good. Next is the crossovers for swings. Now, when it comes to the best crossovers for swings, you got the De'Aaron Fox. You also could use the one I'm going to say for swings on guards. And you got the Giannis for bigs. LaMelo is that one, I would say, that is the stamped one, I would say, for swings. You could also use it on guards, like I was saying. But for the most part, that's the one. There's some other ones you could personally use as well. But yeah, that's what I would say. The behind the backs, you got Jordan Poole, KD, DeMar DeRozan. You really can't go wrong with any of them. DeMar DeRozan, I would probably say more so for like if you're doing stand still behind the backs, very good. Jordan Poole, I would definitely say if you're doing stand still behind the backs, but also if you want to do moving behind the backs, going up the court, but mainly for like a, I guess like a alternative to like a Curry slide, but more so for swings, you can add this. But I would say DeMar DeRozan is better. KD is more so for bigs, but you also could throw this on swings. I personally wouldn't recommend it, honestly, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, those are the best ones in the game for swings in terms of behind the backs. Next is the spins. You got the Kobe White, the Kobe. I was confused what I was finna say there, but Kobe, Steve Nash, Penny, DeMar DeRozan. I personally use DeMar DeRozan. Kobe is actually pretty good. You can't go wrong with any of these. Maybe not KD. That's more so start for like the bigs. But yeah, for the most part, those are the best ones in the game for swings. Next is the hezzies. The best hesitations in the entire game. Kobe White, KD, Pro. Really does come down to how you want to play. KD's the versatile one. If you're really trying to rim run, Pro. If you're really trying to get threes off, Kobe White. Simple as that. All right, so when it comes to the best big man dribble animation, let's get into it. The best dribble style. You got the Paolo. You got the Giannis. It's just pretty much that simple. It's not really much to talk about. Let's keep moving. Next, when it comes to the signature size ups, you got the Ben Simmons, KD, or Pro. You're going to hear KD and Pro a lot for all these. Next is going to be the breakdown combos. Again, it's going to be KD or Pro. Next is going to be the escape moves. You got KD. It's pretty much just that simple. It's going to be just KD. You don't need to even worry about it. It's one of the best animations in the entire game. Next is the combo moves. You got KD or Pro. Next is the crossover. You got KD or Paolo. Simple as that. Next is the behind the back. You got Domantas Sabonis or KD. I would just use KD, but Sabonis actually has a good moving behind the back. I won't lie. Pro is also good too. Next is the spin. I would just use KD, but I'm gonna be honest. Some of these are actually kind of underrated, so you can really test these out and they be kind of straight. Next is the hesitation. When it comes to the bigs, you don't really get the Kobe White, so you really just got the KD or Pro. It's not really the conundrum that you usually have, so just put on one of those. Next is the step back. When it comes to the regular step back, you got Giannis or Pro for bigs. Best triple stretch style in the entire game, just put on MJ. In my opinion, you're straight bad. Now, triple stretch is an underrated animation, got a lot in it, but Michael Jordan been the best for a couple years now, I'm not gonna lie. So just throw this on and you're chilling. All right, so hopping into it. We ain't gonna go too complicated on this video. We're gonna make it easy and simple. When it comes to the regular dunk packages, the best dunk packages in the game, I would say is quick drops off one. Now, you can talk about some other ones, but the next one I would probably even recommend is athletic hangs off 1. This is 65 driving up 45. This is 80 with a 60. Pretty much every build in the game this year can get this with the way cap breakers work. Pretty simple and easy. Now, one-hand dunk packages, I'm not really a big one-hand dunk package when it comes to the regular dunks. Keep it a bean. But if I was to say, I like the windmills off 1. You have a lot more control over this, but I would probably have to say sidearm if you know how to do the left hand and right hand every single time. But if not, don't put this on. Straight arm is pretty solid, but I will be real with you. That's a hot, look how much you have to have. You have to have a 95, driving dunk at 80. I get that on my build because I'm 99, but a lot of people are not going to be able to get that. So I'm going to just go over that. When I'm going to talk about the NBA player, that's when I'm going to talk about more so the one hand. But the two hands for safety, that's what I care about the most anyway. Quick drops, hangs, athletic hangs off 1, by the way, is the best ones. Now, when it comes to the park dunks, it really just comes down to if you want to put them on or not. If you want to put them on, you put on all of them. If you don't want to put them on, that's more so like for comp. I would say you don't really want to have too many crazy dunks so that it can get blocked. So that's what I would say on park dunks. I don't really have a best. I think that these are the ones I have on are like the flashiest ones. So I put them on and I play the game for fun. But if you ain't just playing the game for fun, you actually playing it for comp. You want the 2 points every single time you dunk. Yeah. And another thing I would say about the park dunks, they have a little bit longer dunk meter too. So it can throw off some of that stuff too. Now, contact dunks. Now, contact dunks is actually very important. I'm going to actually loop in the big man contact dunks as well. So, anything that you have a dunk meter for, I would say it kind of separates it from the alley-oop contact dunks. I would say standing dunks is a little bit harder than driving contact dunks, but the fact that people do dunk meter pretty much every single time they drive so that they can get a dunk at a higher rate, I would say put on as many as possible. But if you want the flashy ones, just put on the elites if you can get that. If you want to get more different variety of different contact dunks when you are doing the contact dunks, put them all on if you can. If you can get small, the elite and the pro, put them all on. If you only get the pro and the elite, put them all on. If you only get the pro, put them both on. Now, me personally, I'm an off 1 person. I think the off ones just look better than the 2. So sometimes I don't even put the 2 on. As you can see, I put the quick drops off 1 and not the 2 and all that type of stuff. But there is actually a pretty solid one I forgot. Quick drop it back scratcher off 2 is actually one of the best 2-hand dunk packages in the game for the last couple years. But I would still say these are the 2 best ones overall. Now, when it comes to standing dunks, in my opinion, 2 hands for safety, I want the simplest, easiest, regular 2-hand standing dunk every single time. 2-hand under basket regular. Kind of went over the contact dunks when I was talking about the regular contact dunks, I guess driving. Everything I said there, come back here. You want the flashy ones, just put on elite. But if you want more variety, because you probably, if you don't do dunk meter standing dunk, which is kind of less likely, just put them both on so that you have a higher frequency, because the more you have on, the more frequency you have and stuff like that. That's very important to understand. Now, when it comes to lobs, I just put on lobs depending on if I'm a big or not. If I'm a big, I gotta have on pro, because this is where all the standing ones are. But if you're not, I just put them all on at that point. Anything I get, I just put them all on without having pro, because pro is kind of like the slower ones. I don't really like that when I'm cutting and all that type of stuff. But if you do want to have like the standing dunk lob animations, you do want to put on pro. It's that simple. Now, same thing I said for the park dunks, same thing I'm gonna say for the park alley-oops. If you don't want nothing crazy, don't put on the park alley-oops. Now, I will say park alley-oops is not as big of a deal having them on as park dunks, because it's an alley-oop at the end of the day. You gonna pretty much get that. If you can catch it, you pretty much pulling that off 9 times out of 10, as long as you know how to time it. Now, I do think if you're in stage, you get those different buttons, so you may want to think about that one, but for the most part, you chilling. Now, contact alley-oops. Now, this one is a little bit different, because you don't have as much control. The only person that has control over this one is really more so the passer. The passer has to know how to really angle the left stick when they are throwing this to get a higher frequency. But for the most part, this is more so random if you are the receiver. You can try to set people up, but at the same time, it is more so on the passer at the end of the day. So what I would say is, if you get pro, elite, small, put them on. If you get all 4 with the big, put it on. I don't think that's possible. You either could get 3 with the small, 3 with the big, because if you get the big, you have to have a height requirement. If you get the small, you have to have a height requirement. But even if you don't get either of, don't get 3, you just get 2, like I do, put them on. That's what I would say. Now, last but not least, really the most important part of the video, the NBA player dunk packages. Now, when it comes to the NBA player dunk packages, it really does depend on what you are. I would say At the low end, Klay Thompson is probably, arguably, the best bang for your buck if you are a guard and a swing. If you are a big at the low end, I would probably have to say Ben Simmons. That might still be a little too high. 65 standing up, 75 driving up. LeBron is another kind of low, but I think that's a little too high. Maybe Giannis, but even that's a little bit higher. Big man is a little bit tougher, I would say, for the low end, because you need something that's not the craziest high driving dunk, I would say. Pretty much all of them have pretty solid driving dunks, though. That's kind of the issue. And it has to also be pretty solid. So I would say Ben Simmons or Giannis if you're low end. If you don't get either one of those, I would say kind of more so a good luck situation. And then after that, I would say LeBron. Now, LeBron is really a swing and a big. Arguably the best dunk package in the entire game, and it's only an 84 or 40 standing dunk with a 64 vertical. Now, a lot of bigs not going to be able to get this because 84 driving dunk, especially when you get taller in height, is tougher to get. But LeBron is arguably the best overall dunk package in the entirety of the game. Now, for dunk meter users, I would say Vince Carter is up there, bro. If you are a guard, if you are a swing, for some reason, Vince Carter is actually a higher requirement than LeBron. That 360 dunk, I really never see it get blocked. I never see it really miss. If you know how to really top, and you get a pretty big green window pretty much every single time you do this. So, even if you don't have contact dunks, Vince Carter really makes it easy to get a dunk off almost every single time. Now, last but not least, I would say for like the guards and swings, Russell Westbrook, this is the one of the best bang for your buck dunk packages in the game because you're getting that 93 with an 80 vertical, which is so nice to have because you're going to also be getting posterizer at that same thing. So that combination of 93 with 80 vertical is very good bang for your buck if you're going for dunk rating. But I would still say LeBron is better, but since guards don't get it, Russell Westbrook is probably your best one. I did forget Malik Monk for guards. Malik Monk is another very good one. It actually is it's cheaper than LeBron. It's not as good as LeBron, so I do want to say that. But when it comes to big, some other ones that you could possibly put on, I would definitely probably have to recommend Dwight Howard. I don't really recommend too much. Where is bro at? I'm trying to find him. I know Shaq. I'm not a big Shaq guy. I was looking at Amari Stoudemire. That's okay. Daryl Dawkins, I don't see bro. So I guess they don't have bro in the game right now. I guess they took it out the game this year. I would say more so Dwight Howard, regardless of any of those other ones, either way. So yeah, Dwight Howard, 70. Oh, so this is low-key the cheapest one. You 75 standing dunk, 65 driving dunk. So if you need like a really, really cheap option as a big, here you go. Simple as that. But yeah, that's the best dunk packages in the game. And now we got the best layup packages for guards. Let's get into it. Now, the best layup packages, I just did a video testing every single layup in the game. So if you haven't, go watch that. As simple as that. Just go watch that, okay? I'm gonna keep telling y'all, like, I'm not playing. Go watch that. I put a lot of time into it. So I would appreciate the support. But when it comes to layups, the best layup packages in the game is gonna be Malik Monk is more so a starter for. When it comes to the other layups that you get, I'm gonna just say the ones that I had in the top tier. Majority of the top tier, by the way, was guards. Kyrie, Malik Monk, Jordan Poole, Ja. I actually finalized Ja being the best one. Shea is another one you can actually use as a swing and a guard. I don't know if Shea is as good for guards as it is for swings, but it is up there. Very, very good. Ja is the best layup. Normal, I would say. You can also use stuff like Jalen Green. Bro, by the way, when I ranked that, I don't think people even really watched the whole video. I wasn't just ranking the normals. I was ranking every single type of layup, but I didn't want to say like Curry multiple times or something like that. That would have been, bro, that would have been a long video. So I tried not to confuse that, but hey, if you haven't seen that, go watch that. Simple as that. Next is the reverses. You got the small, the Jordan Poole, the Kyrie. Me personally, both of these you can't really go wrong with. Jordan Poole is really nice and flashy. Kyrie similar, kind of slower is what I would say compared to Jordan Poole, but really, honestly, default small is the best one. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, a lot of people be sleeping on these defaults. Next is the floaters. Curry is the best floater in the game to me. I even think it's better than like the Sabonis, the Bam. Very good. There's some other solid ones when you think about swing, the Kyrie, the Maxey, the Morant, Ja. All these are solid. Don't get me wrong, but I like Curry the most, personally. For me. Next is the scoops. You got the Curry. You got the small. You even got stuff like De'Aaron Fox that's extremely fast to the rim. Ja Morant. I would honestly say Jamal Murray is the best one, but if you really want that speed, De'Aaron Fox got it, bro. Like, the scoops that you get with this, like, you're getting right around guys, like, and you're getting to that rim quick, fast, and hurry. Don't sleep on Ja either. Ja is very similar. It's not as fast, in my opinion, as De'Aaron Fox, and some of the animations are not as good. I would really say De'Aaron Fox may have the best scoop in the game. Next is the Euros. The best Euro steps in the game. You got Jason Williams, you got Jordan Poole, you got Shea. Really does come down to how you want to play. I think Shea is the best one. Jordan Poole is also really good. Really getting straight to the cup. Jason Williams, white chocolate. Rajon Rondo, fake out, getting straight to the cup. It really depends on how you want to play. But those are the 3 best ones in the game. Next is the hop steps. You got the Curry, you got the Poole, you got the Shea, you got the Melo, you got the Smalls, default Smalls. I said the small, I don't know what I said, but honestly, Curry is nice. Honestly, Poole is nice. Shea is just getting straight to the cup, but like looking at it, it's not gonna be the same as in game. Shea, bro, it's the one I got in my no money spent. And you know how they give you animations off rip? I ain't gonna lie, 2K cooked with that on this game because of my no money spent. I ain't even gotta buy animations because this Shea stupid. And then a damn near better version of what Shea is, the LaMelo Boss. Let's keep it moving. Next is the layup spins. We got the Small, the Poole, the Ja, the Shea. Honestly, bro, that Shea again, bro. That Shea is nasty. But then you got the Ja, you got the Jordan Poole. If you want to do the 360s, here you go. And then you got the Small if you just want to do regular spin layups. Simple as that. I would say Shea for that. You want to do the 360s, go Ja. Personally. Next is the best layups. The best layups in the game when it comes to swings. It's a lot. I'm going to keep it a bean. You got the Shea. You got the LeBron. Honestly, I just did a full video going over the layups, ranking every single one. A lot of people was complaining about certain things, but some things people was understanding. When people complain about blocks, I'm going to keep it a bean, bro. It's layups, bro. You got to really know what you're doing with some of these layups to really get the most out of them anyway. So I guess I didn't really put that into it. But for the most part, it's a lot of good swings. But the best ones, long story short, from my video, and the only one that made the top tier from the swings was LeBron and Ja. And I really did rank them more so off of the split and how good they were across. But those were the only ones that made it that far. You also got stuff like Jalen Green. It's some actually pretty underrated one overall, but for normal, that's what we're going to keep it at for now. All right, next we got the best layup reverses for swings. Now, honestly, they did add a solid one. They added a couple solid layups when it comes to the swing. So, low-key kind of trolling my video a little bit. Why? But D-Book, new one, but for the most part, you got the Michael Jordan, the Clay, the Small. I would low-key... You could throw you could throw the D-Book in the combos. I'm not even mad at it. But yeah, those are the best layup reverses in the game. Best floater layup. Now, they added more of these as well. You got the Jaden Ivey. I don't think they added the Kobe White. You got the JUIV. You got the D-Book. D-Book has been known for their float or his floater for a couple years now. This one this year is not that crazy. Not gonna lie. Unless you're getting that one animation, it's not that crazy. But Jaden Ivey is not that bad. But also, at the same time, still, you can use Bam Adebayo. That's one of the best in the entire game. Probably would swing Bam Adebayo on that one. But still, you got pretty solid options, even when you think about the swing, the Ben Simmons, and even the Jason Williams. The Ben Simmons is a little bit weirder one. But I like it because of how different it is compared to all the other ones. But for the most part, yeah, that's the best floaters in the game for swings. All right, the best swing Euro steps in the game. You got DeMar DeRozan, Zion, more so for bigs. Jason Williams, if you can get this on, this is like the Rondo white. I was gonna call it, bro, black chocolate. White chocolate. Hey, nah, black chocolate is crazy. Oh, I don't know. Let me lock in. Amen Thompson, one of the best in the game. The usual suspects of LeBron, Shea. Tatum is actually pretty solid as well. You can't really go wrong with any of them, but obviously LeBron and Shea, 9 times out of 10 gonna be one of the best ones. But don't sleep on Jason Williams. But for the most part, all those are really good. I'm gonna keep it being. All right, next we got the best layup hop steps. Like I said, I've been using the Shea on my no money spent. This joint is stupid, bro. Stupid. LaMelo was crazy as well, but you still got the Tatums. You still got this default Smalls. You can't really go wrong with these defaults sometimes if you get it. Simple as that. But Shea is stupid. LaMelo is even better version of Shea. So if you like Shea hop step, give LaMelo a try. It's also very good. But yeah, that's the best hop steps in the game, layup wise, for swings. And then last but not least, for the layups when it comes to swings, we got the layup spin. The best spin layup. It's not really complicated. You're gonna be putting on LeBron, you're gonna be putting on Shea. Simple as that. One of the two. Now, you could throw in the default small. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. People be sleeping on these defaults because it says default to start it, and it may be small, but you can go with either of the two. Really, when it comes to LeBron or Shea, they do have two very high requirements. If you can't get that, I don't even need to really say it, do I? Default small. The best layup packages in the game for big man. Let's get into it. The best normal layup, it really comes down to you. A lot of people in my layup test video was talking about Giannis get blocked, but I'm gonna keep it being layups. Is the whole difference between a layup and a dunk is that it gets blocked more. It's just what it is. So if you don't like Giannis, I got some other ones you can throw on. The Vucevic, very underrated. Throw on the Zion, very, very good. Ben Simmons is actually pretty good too, but those are the ones I would personally recommend in terms of the normal. Next is the reverse, just throw on Zion and you're kind of chilling. Simple as that. When it comes to the floater, you got the Nikola Vucevic, Ben Simmons, Sabonis, Bam. You can't really go wrong with any of them. If I had to say though, Bam and Sabonis are the two best ones I would say for big men. Floaters, you could even argue in the whole game, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. Quick scoops, when it comes to bigs, it's not even an option, so keep it moving. Just put on default big. That's all you really get. Next is the layup Euro steps. Julius Randle, Zion, Sabonis. Simple as that. Chilling. Next is the hop steps. You got Julius Randle. Pretty much simple as that. You're chilling. Keep it moving. Next is the layup spins. You got Julius Randle, Sabonis, Jaren Jackson Jr. and default big. I'm not gonna lie, Jaren Jackson Jr. might have the best one for bigs. Sabonis is actually not that bad either, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is actually pretty nice and solid to me. It just does have some weak layups at the end, I won't lie, but it is a really good spin for the most part. The best motion styles in the game, it really does come down to how you want to play with it, but here we go. Honestly, me personally, the best two, Caruso, Suggs. Simple as that. Don't even worry about it after that, in my opinion. You got other ones like Lou Dort. You got other ones like Matt Get Smart. You got other ones like Ja Morant. You got other ones like Donovan Mitchell. But me personally, the best two in the game, whether you're a guard or a swing, by the way, Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs. Stats. All right, the best motion styles in the game for swings. Now, it's a lot you can really talk about, honestly. You got the Dennis Rodman, that's kind of underrated. You got the Michael Jordan, that's kind of underrated. You even got the Kawhi one, that's pretty good for locks, in my opinion. But the best three, I would say, Alex Caruso, Jalen Suggs. That's the two. And in the tier under it, Jalen McDaniels. Those are the three that you really need to focus on, in my honest opinion, if you are a swing. The best motion styles for bigs, you got Jalen Smith, Alexander Sard, Paul Reed, Chet Holmgren, Drew Eubanks, Anthony Davis, and DeAndre Ayton. Personally, Chet is my favorite one. If you have a really, really tall build like the 7'4" is Paul Reed, because you're not going to really get a lot of these. But for the most part, Drew Eubanks is solid. A lot of these that I just said are pretty solid. I would probably say Chet, Anthony Davis, Ayton, and Eubanks will probably be that next. But if you are tall and you have to use like for lower requirements, Paul Reed is the one I would probably use. Alright, so for the best fade animations, I'm going to probably put this in the big man animation video this time and the shot grid animations, because I'm gonna be honest, I was not knowledgeable at how many good animations they actually had for not just big men, but for swings and guards. I'm not even gonna separate these. I'm gonna just get straight into it. So, when it comes to the best fades in the game, I would probably say Kobe got the best fade, but I ain't gonna lie, 2K, y'all start dropping like pro normals as season, like new releases. I don't know, man. Y'all kind of losing the plot now, bro. Pro 2 fade, that's what we dropping in season 2. I get it. Like, y'all trying not to just drop one player animations. Y'all trying to drop a plethora of animations each season. But I don't know if gatekeeping more animations through season rewards that we gotta wait more seasons to get is the move. But Pro 2 is very, very good. Probably the best one. Either that or Kobe. You got some other ones. Now, the thing is, Kobe you only can use on swings. Pro 2 you only can use on swings and guards. So, the people that's actually gonna probably be using this, probably swings and bigs. So, bigs don't even get either one of the best two. KD and Anthony Davis are really solid. KD has no requirement, by the way. You can use this on any build. Guard, swing, big, it don't matter. Anthony Davis is actually really solid. De'Aaron Fox is probably the best just guard one. Like, Pro 2 is in that convo, KD, but in terms of the ones that you only can use on guards, I would probably say De'Aaron Fox is in there. Brandon Ingram is actually a really nice one. And Dirk, we all know how Dirk get down with the fade. Come on, man, let's stop playing with him. Yeah, those are the best post fades in the game. Now, next is the post hooks. Now, post hooks, honestly, it's not the same ones I usually would even say. I think Joel Embiid usually be in this every single time. Shaq even be having some consideration. But these are the five best ones in the game. So you got normal that you can put on pretty much anybody. This is a good one. Like, if you just want to shield your body, get one up kind of fast, normal is actually pretty solid. Then you think of the ones where you want to do like a hook to create more separation and use their body. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem and LeBron probably the two hardest ones to contest in the game. Very fast, and they kind of do a hook. So if you want to hook one, for some reason Kareem you can use on any build. LeBron you can use on any. Okay, so these don't have no requirements, so you can use these on all builds. So let me just stop doing that. So LeBron, Kareem, probably the two best ones. Normal is one that you can use pretty much same way I said earlier. And then you got Bam, which is pretty much like a post one, like drop step hook. If you want like a good hook animation to like do a drop step, and like if you in the post for real, Bam I guess is a solid one. And then you got Anthony Davis, that's pretty much just a fast one. So if you just want a fast one, you got Anthony Davis. But I would not consider Bam or Anthony Davis on the level of Kareem, especially LeBron. I think LeBron probably has the best overall one in the entire game. Next is the post hop shot. These ain't really got that much plethora. For whatever reason, Basic has one of the best post hop shots in the entire game. Don't really know how. I was looking at these. I think Tobias Harris actually had a solid one. Yeah, Tobias. Oh, I don't know why I wasn't showing all of them. But yeah, Tobias Harris actually had a really, really good one. De'Aaron Fox was really good for guards. Kobe was good for swings. When it comes to Basic is just really, really, I don't understand why it's that good. Like, it has one of the best plethora of, I guess, versatile animations. It probably has the most versatile set of animations in it, and it's Basic. I've never seen that before with Basic. But I think the only time Basic really was getting used was when it was like a good move and spin a couple years ago. But for the most part, it never really got used a lot. It's always been just Basic. But Dirk, Tobias Harris is actually really good. De'Aaron Fox is actually really, really good if you're a guard, but it's only for guards. Tobias Harris is only for swings. Kobe's only for swings. So yeah, those are the best post hop shots in the entire game. Then we have the go-to shots, bro, and I got 4 really for y'all. You got Kobe and T-Mac that you can use on any build, whether you're a swing, a guard, or a big. It does not matter. And then you got Kareem that you only can use on swings and bigs, which is very, very good. But it's pretty much just a move that gets you straight to a, you know what I'm saying, hook, sky hook. Come on, it's Kareem. And then you got Hakeem, Dream Shake. Hey, shout out to Wemby, bro. He really been getting that foot. Hey, if you really know something about that post, Wemby been getting that footwork done and got that shot died. Wemby looking a little, hey. We may have been too harsh on that 7-for-4 patch if 2K going for a realistic game. I ain't gonna lie, wouldn't be looking kind of crazy. But Hakeem, Kareem, T-Mac, and Kobe, best go-to shots in the game. In period. And that's just in general. It's not for bigs or it's just in general. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If y'all do want more, that's gonna be the season 4. We're at season 4, by the way. Best animations in the game. If y'all do want more, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate the support y'all give, whatever, because, hey, bro, it's just about being grateful in 2026, to be honest, being thankful. So, yeah, make sure that y'all did like, make sure y'all did subscribe. If you can, hype the video. I did that on the last, but I really appreciate it if y'all did it on this one. I tried my best to give y'all an updated video for the season. Sometimes I don't do it. I just kind of give y'all more of a recap of what we did in the previous videos. I already kind of did that for Christmas. So I had to actually come in here and give y'all the best animations today. Now, does that mean I ain't gonna say too much. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna change up what the main channel is giving. Because I'm gonna be honest, this 2K is kind of dead. So it's like the views, regardless, doing stuff about the views is not really gonna be that big a deal this year. I think this is just not gonna be a great views year. So we just gonna try some stuff. So y'all ready for some of the stuff we gonna be dropping? Just make sure to be having the notifications on. And that's just all I'm gonna say. Further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man. Facts. Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!